Hey there, it's Will Vaughan from Your Career Mastery, and if you've got a job interview that's come up and you need to prepare for last minute, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to cover my best tips for last minute job interview preparation. Let's get right into it. Firstly, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because there's new videos coming out each and every week to make you a more successful professional. So the first thing you want to do if you're preparing for a job interview and you don't have much time to prepare is really make sure before you go into the interview, you understand what the role is that you're interviewing for and you get a feel for the company that you're interviewing with. At an absolute bare minimum, when you go into the job interview, you should be able to confidently speak to the hiring manager or the recruiter about what this company actually does, what they sell, who they sell it to, how they sell it, and have a general feel for what the company is, what they do, and what their place is in the market. And likewise, you should have also taken the time to really understand what is the job, what is the role that you're being interviewed for, and what's the key selection criteria. What are the key things that they're looking for in the successful candidate that you can then tailor your experience and your achievements and your skills in order to position yourself as being a best fit for that criteria. Put yourself in the shoes of the hiring manager or the person who's going to be conducting the interview. If you were across the table talking to someone who didn't really understand why they were even in that interview in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever it is, what the company is that they're talking to and what the role is they're interviewing for, that wouldn't give you a lot of confidence in terms of this applicant and how prepared they were and how successful they might be in stepping into a new role if they couldn't even prepare adequately and step into an interview and actually understand who they're talking to and why they're talking to them. So it's super important at a bare minimum that you take the time to understand what is this role, what are they looking for, what criteria will the successful candidate have, and also get a feel for the company, what they do, why they do it, what's their mission, what are their values, have a quick skim of their website, maybe their social media, to get a feel for what this business is, how it works, and have that understanding before going into the job interview. Tip number 2 for last minute job interview preparation is all about thinking about how you can tailor your experience, your skills, your achievements, essentially your resume and your portfolio of work that's going to be highly relevant for the job interview. So this is why in the first instance, when you're preparing, you really want to come back to that job description and understand what are they looking for. And once you understand what they're looking for, then you can start to tailor your experience, your skills, and your achievements and how you can package all of your portfolio of your professional experience in a way that's going to be relevant for that particular job. Even if you're preparing for multiple different job interviews and the criteria might be similar, there'll always be little nuances that will be relevant to that particular company. And if you can speak to those nuances in your job interview, it's going to go a long way in positioning you as the most attractive and most relevant candidate for that role. So this means thinking about all the projects you've worked on, all the achievements you've had, all of your day-to-day responsibilities in your previous role, and think about all the ways that you can put that content into your answers for the questions that they're going to ask you in the job interview. So they might ask you, tell me about yourself, tell me about a time you faced a challenge in your previous role, tell me about your strengths and weaknesses. And in those behavioral-based questions, you really want to make sure you're bringing those relevant experiences, skills, achievements into those answers so that you can position yourself again as the best fit and the most relevant fit for the role. And tip number 3 for last minute job interview preparation, and these are really tips that you should take into every job interview, not just one you're preparing for last minute, but that is to ask great questions and to prepare questions that you want to ask the interviewer. There are so many benefits to asking great questions in a job interview. They can help build rapport. They can help reduce your nerves because it takes the pressure off you and puts the onus on the interviewer to answer questions. They can also be a great way to get information about the company, about the teams you're going to be stepping into, about the projects you're going to be working on, to give you a bit of a feeling for if this role is actually a good fit for you. And of course, asking great questions shows engagement, it shows interest, it shows enthusiasm. And this can go a long way in positioning you as the right candidate just based on your enthusiasm and your energy and your attitude coming into the job interview. And some of my favorite questions to ask in a job interview are things like, what would a typical day look like? What kind of teams would I be working with? What are some key priorities to the business at this point in time? How does the business view professional development, and would there be a pathway for me to my next best role once I step into this role? So that's it. That's my 3 best tips for last minute job interview preparation. Hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, please leave a comment below and don't forget to hit subscribe to the channel because there's more videos coming out each and every week to make you a more successful professional. I'm Will Vaughan from Your Career Mastery and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.